Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Buffalo Bisons taking on the Cleveland Guardians. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. What do you have on him, Siggy?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go? And here is Ernie Clement. And he deals. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. And the righty deals. Got him. And that's the first out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Addison Barger. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And the right-hander deals. Foul ball there. One out, base is empty. The Y to kick the pitch. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And the batter now is Joey Votto. And there's the strike.
No ball. One strike.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. End of a half inning of play. No score. And we're back. And towing the slab here, Ricky Titman.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
Leading off for the Guardians, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And the pitch. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Here's Josh Naylor, and Cleveland on top 1-0. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Will Naylor at the plate now. And that one ripped into right. This looks like extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 2-0.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Laureano comes up to hit. There's a swing and a drive. Out of here. He made him pay for that one. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Right side. And that's a base hit.
Batting sixth, the left fielder,
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Coming home. He will score. It's 5-0.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ricky Teitman gives way, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Pitching change here, Hayden Yinger.
number
Well, they
77.
need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So up next, Will Brennan. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and it's now a 6-run lead. And that's a double.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Brian Riccio. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one carrying. That's not coming back. Their third home run of the inning, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Miles Straw. Ripped on a line. Lantigua hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. Make that 4 homers in the inning. It's 9-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now it's Josh Naylor. A double and a run scored his first time up. Rips that one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at bats where you have to remind yourself it's about
Now
the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at bat.
That's towards center. Sizing this one up. And that's the inning. Second inning set to go. Here's Daniel Vogelbach.
Daniel
Vogelbach, a former All-Star, batting in the cleanup spot, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. The wind of the pitch. Bounce to the left side. Finds its way through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting fifth.
Eduardo Escobar, El Caballo up to him. And that one hit to first. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. That leaves him without a throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
The right fielder, Nathan Lucas.
And now the right fielder, Nathan Lucas. And first offering is fouled off. The Bisons with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the second.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2.
2-2.
Tries to get back and save. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that one off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Maybe a 2-ball, 5. Ramirez sends it to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
The center fielder, Rafael Lantigua.
2 on with 1 out, and now Rafael Lantigua. And first offering is fouled off. Two on, 1 out, and it's fouled away. Kicks and deals. Foul ball, still 0-2. Righty delivers. Fights it off. He'll see another. Vogelbach, the runner at third. Escobar at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's the left fielder, Will Robertson. And there's a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs.
No ball. 2 straight.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. The line of the pitch. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. And that's a leadoff double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Singled and scored his first time. Swung on, belted. Lantigua going back on this one. Say goodbye to that one. A 2-run shot, and they boost their lead. It's 11-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
So they turn things over to the righty, number 4.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now at the plate, Stephen Kwan. Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. Doubled in his first AB. And a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
One down. Brian Rocchio will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around third. He scores, and the lead continues to grow.
Comes through with the RBI. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And now the center fielder, Miles Straw. He's 0 for 1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. The run comes in from second, and they extend their lead.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
now it's Jose Ramirez. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around third, he'll score. It's 14-0.
Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
And now, Josh Naylor. A rope into right, and that should be extra bases. They're waving Ramirez home. He will score 15-0.
Everything came together for him. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Number 29 will take over here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
One out, runner at second. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. A massive home run. Second home run of the inning for them. And they tack on to their lead. It's 17-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's Ramon Laureano. And that one hammered. Lantigua going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 2. Line drive. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Runner from second scores as they add on. And the lead continues to grow.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So 2 down. Now it's the DH, Will Brennan. On the ground, right side. Throw over to Votto. Out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We head on now to the top of the third. You're dialed into the show. Here in Cleveland, and now the catcher comes up to him. Philip Clark. Bieber back to work. To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. The Guardians up big in this one. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Now batting.
And now here is Addison Barger. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
On the ground to third, Ramirez. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you get another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Man at first, Joey Votto, the next to hit. Fought off foul. Barger off of first with 2 away. Hard ground ball, base knock.
He was all over that one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Daniel Vogelback at the plate. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Two outs. That one catches the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
First and second, 2 down. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. And down on strikes he goes. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Ryan Rocchio. The pitch. Hit hard, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's a speed threat, Miles Straw. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Next to hit, Jose Ramirez. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. The relay. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they extend their lead.
Waste no time there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hit,
righty reliever out of the pen, number 46.
Yes.
Now the number 2 hitter, Josh Naylor. And that one ripped into right, and that should be extra bases. Ramirez around second, headed for third. And he's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Here's the catcher to hit, Bo Naylor. He's already homered in this game. Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Ramon Laureano digs in now. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Sizes this one up. And there's one down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 24-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And the batter now, Stephen Kwan. Lukes makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That one ripped. And forget it. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 25-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, number 50.
Number 50, Jackson Reese.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and a triple, so he just needs a swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that one is going to go. They go back to back. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 26-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. There's a line drive to left field. That one hops against the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Jose Ramirez. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Coming home, he scores, and the lead continues to grow. And that's a 2-out double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So man aboard, and up next for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. Rocketed out towards right center, and that'll do it. As we go to the top of the fourth, here's the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar. The wind and the pitch. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Ground ball right side, and foul ball. Righty to the plate. Got him. And now one away.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Lukes swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. That one ripped. That's back. That one is gone. And they're on the board. It's 27-1.
That could be one of those swings that really help spark this offense. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Base is empty, one away. Rafael Lantigua now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. This ball's chopped to the ground. Naylor throws to first in time. Awesome play there.
Now batting, left fielder, Will Robertson.
Now the left fielder, Will Robertson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. Caught him looking for the K. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And midway in the fourth, back after this on the show. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Bo Naylor. And a pitch. Pulls that one foul.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They've been delivering when it matters most, batting over .750 with runners in scoring position.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one is out of here. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 28-1.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
At the plate, Ramon Laureano. Lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Throws off target as he slides in with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. 4 for 4 with 2 homers, a double. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they extend their lead. And he's into second with nobody out.
He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
So man aboard, and the batter now, Stephen Kwan. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Lukes makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Swing and a laser off the bat. This looks like extra bases. And now let's see if he goes for it. Run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow.
Picks himself up at RBI. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And at second with one away, stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. On a line out towards center. And there are 2 outs.
now batting, center fielder, Miles Straw.
So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one drilled left field. Back there. Tattooed to Tudor Town and gone.
One of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now here is Jose Ramirez. Fouled off to the right. Two out, space is empty. Lace down the line, could be extra bases.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Josh Naylor digs in for the goal. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. Now a screamer into the outfield. Lantigua snags it on the run. We go to the top of the fifth, and here's the catcher, Philip Clark. Clark goes 5 feet 11 inches, 26 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2019. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, these guys, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Naylor makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Ernie Clement.
So the lineup flips over. Digging in, Ernie Clement. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Naylor makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Addison Barger.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Addison Barger. And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That's a little bit low.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Brandon Iser.
Number 79, Brandon Iser.
Ramon Laureano getting ready to hit.
Guardians, the right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one is off the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third. He'll score, and they extend their lead. Safely into second. He's got a double.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So man aboard. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Line drive caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians.
Oh yeah, Boog, he's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out and a runner at second. That one ripped. Lantigua going back, gone.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough.
Nate Pearson taking over on the mound,
and he's got a big time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters gonna have to pick it up early if they're gonna have any chance.
So 1 out, nobody on. Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Now fly ball to right center. Lantigua sizing this one up. 2 away down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. And that one fouled off. Already 3 runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball to the right side. And it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. That's back there. See you later.
The show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special, and I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now the first baseman, Josh Naylor. And a foul ball. Two outs. Clobber to right field, way back, gone.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Base is empty with 2 away. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Lined, and that's a base hit.
The right fielder, number 10.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Ramon Laureano. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Back-to-back singles off the bat. That one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Now a chance for Andres Jimenez. And a swing and a line drive at a right field, and there's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Base hit, 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, he's safe. And the lead continues to grow.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. That's hard hit on the line. Lantigua makes the catch, inning over. Top of the 6th inning, and here is Joey Votto.
Bases, number 19, Joey Votto.
The right-hander back to work. That one's in there, going 1. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. The 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Vogelback, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone, but he just caught air.
And that one pulled foul. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one out in front that time. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Bisons with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Foul ball still 0-2. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got it by him for the K. 3 up, 3 down for him there. And the batter will be the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
And the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but
Dives, and he can't hang on. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Miles Straw. He swings and fouls one off. Right-handed reliever. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
I mean, come on. Have a game. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So in now for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. That one ripped. And it's gone.
Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Now here is Bo Naylor. This one smoked on its way out of here.
Fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Zach Pop gets the call from the pen.
Number 56, Zach Pop.
One down. And now Ramon Laureano. Line drive to short and caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. Ripped on a line. Lukes makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. New inning getting started. Leading off, Nathan Lukes.
Right fielder, Nathan Lucas.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
One up, one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Rafael Lantigua.
So up next, Rafael Lantigua. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. This looks like extra bases. Lantigua into second, and he's got a double.
Now batting, left fielder, Will Robertson.
And at second with one away, Will Robertson will hit next. There's the strike. Man at second. On the ground, right side. Gathers and throws to first. And there's two away.
Now batting, the catcher, Philip Clark.
And now it's going to be Philip Clark.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one fouled off. Two outs. In the air, left field. Quan settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians. Stephen Quan.
The left fielder, Stephen Quan.
The pitch. Line drive. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Now
One away.
The designated hitter,
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit.
The batter, number 4, shortstop,
Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. And a base hit into right. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
The center fielder, number 7, Mayo Straw.
And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Big stack center field. Around third. He will score, and they extend their lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Now, Jose Ramirez. That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Roquillo over at second. Straw over at first with one away. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Roquillo coming home. 1 run is in.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
And here is Josh Naylor. And there's a rocket into the outfield. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone.
This is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field, and it's out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
1 out, base is empty. Now at the plate, Andres Jimenez. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. The run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner at second. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. On a line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Here's a rocket out to left. Robertson makes the play, and there's two down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Man at first. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Gone.
This is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just...
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor, trying to do what no player has ever done at this level. He's looking for his 5th homer of the game.
I never thought I'd see this moment. I mean, this is unbelievable. This guy gets a chance to hit his 5th home run. Whether he does it or not, this next at bat's a pretty special one.
Out towards right center field. That's back there. It has the distance. Gone.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history as one of the best ever. And I'm just in awe of what we've seen. And he's getting a standing O for me right now.
And now, Ramon Laureano. No question about this one. It's out of here.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Two outs, nobody on. Andres Jimenez digs in now. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. Challenging with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around third. He scores, and they extend their lead. Oh, the throw is over his head.
He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Will Brennan getting ready to hit. Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Around third. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We go to the eighth. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
And here it comes. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
The pitch. Right side. Laureano hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison Barger.
Addison Barger, the next to hit. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
That's a slider for a strike.
No ball.
Man, he is
Strike.
just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
So 2 down now, and here is Joey Votto. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The Bisons with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. That clips a corner.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Swings and misses, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th, stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. And he deals. That one the other way. Base hit.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Jose Ramirez. Line drive, base hit, right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
couple of singles back to back. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing. So that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Liner, base hit, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they extend their lead. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. That one ripped. And it's gone. Home run.
Swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And now the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So a man aboard, Andres Jimenez now at the plate. Rocketed out towards right center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Bro comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Base hit, one run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out. Will Brennan will hit next. That one blasted deep to right. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. As a run scores.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And now Ryan Rocchio. And that one in the air center field. He's got it, and that is a big first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Miles.
So two in scoring position with one out. Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Two on, one out. And a bunt right side. Votto beats the throw, and the run scores. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. 4 out of 4 with 4 homers. And out of here.
Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history as one of the best ever. And I'm just in awe of what we've seen. And he's getting a standing O for me right now.
Next to hit, Josh Naylor. That's ripped to right down the line. Going gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. A pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Well struck left field. And out of here. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. This one's smoked on its way out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Man at second with 1 away. And now the DH, Will Brennan. Now a screamer into the outfield. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
The batter number 4, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
So one out with 2 aboard. And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Tripped, and this one could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead continues to grow.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
1 out, runner at second. So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. And a bunt towards third. And foul ball. And the righty deals. And that bunted towards third. Bare hands it. Tough play. And that's a great play for the out.
Man, who doesn't love a sweet bare hand play like that? That was amazing.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. And that one ripped into right. Lukes brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And it's going to take me the entire break to count all those runs. That was nuts. Here in Cleveland, and now Daniel Vogelback.
Daniel.
I mean, his pitch
Vogelback.
efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Jimenez throw to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
The third baseman, number 3, Eduardo Escobar.
So up next, Eduardo Escobar. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Popped up. Naylor pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Nathan Lucas.
So it's their last chance in this one. Nathan Lucas digs in now. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians slug their way to a win in this one.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
time of the ball game, 3 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.